I did pack a cap. We're gonna have to do an intro like this. What is up, guys? Welcome to Supercars of London. Welcome to the south of France. We're slightly inland from Cannes in a beautiful resort called Terre Blanche. I'm here with Alex, and his hair matches the Orange Fury 2018
I demanded that it was colour matched. And I got it!
Oh, don't make me laugh. Now, we've been down here for the last 24 hours getting to grips with this car and the roads and the weather, because in the UK, it's not like this. And Ford Europe have fantastically laid on a beautiful drive from point to point to point. However, we're 45 minutes away from Monaco. I haven't been this year, so we've decided to do a slight detour and take this car into Monaco. I feel like before we go for a drive, we need to discuss the new front end in the 2018 Mustang. Now, this is something that Ford have done on purpose, even though when they launched it, I think we were all a little bit confused as to why the front looked as though it just sort of flopped off the end and stopped. We were used to seeing the 2015 to 17 car, a muscular, bulky looking car that fitted the American audience perfectly and looked amazing. Every time I see Mustangs on the road, they turn my head. But with this car, I was a little confused with the design language. However, speaking to Ford and hearing that they're going for a sleeker and more athletic look tailored to European sports cars, you do kind of start to understand it, and having seen them on the road all of yesterday, my brain is slowly starting to comprehend this new look on the Mustang. But that goes to show that the old Mustang was so good looking that this one looks a little odd. Now, if Ford believe that they need to put a brand new exhaust system onto their Mustang to make it that sleek and athletic car that they're aiming for, then I'm all for that, because this car revs to 7,500 RPM, is higher revving than the previous generation, and sounds phenomenal. The back box comes from the Shelby GT350R. Ah! Woo, okay, yeah, it picks up speed too. The brakes are good. Now, they had two types of complaints on the old Mustang which made them generate this new exhaust system. Firstly, the Mustang owners wanted a louder car, but their neighbours, the other group of people that made complaints, wanted a quieter car. So Ford listened to both of those groups of people and came up with an active intelligence exhaust system, meaning the valves don't have two positions, opened and closed. They've got all sorts of different types of valve openings, meaning that the car can change the volume of it pretty well. There is an all-new mode called Good Neighbour mode. Now, this is a pre-programmed setting that you can tune this car to certain times, that when you start it up in the morning at 5 AM or come back late at night at midnight, then you can have this car go into quiet mode, meaning you're not going to annoy the neighbours. I think that's something that my neighbours wish I had about 5 years ago. With the sound of the Mustang rumbling away on this unbelievable coastal road, we've got the Nice airport down there, and I'm overlooking the Mediterranean. Oh my God, it feels good to be back. Monaco is approximately 5 kilometers that way, so I think what is left to do now is strap GoPros up, see if the Mustang passes the test of the police border control of Monaco. You cannot put me within a 2-hour drive radius of Monaco and not expect me to want to come here. It feels like my second home every single time. Alex is getting to grips with the Mustang. We've both fallen in love with it. And how could you not fall in love with a car when you've got this scenery and these roads to take in? We need good neighbour mode now, I'll tell you why. So that we can just hear these cars.
Oh, that is a powerful two-car garage.
No! Where do we go? Let's go V12. That was a convoy of a V8, V10 and a V12. What fascinates me about the Mustang... Oh, is that Ferrari starting up or are they just looking at it? Oh, I think they're going. That was a turbo. It wasn't a V12.
Definitely wasn't the V12.
We've got a better V8 than them. What speaks volumes with the Mustang is how there are so many cars that you can buy for £40,000, but I don't think any of them will give you the same feeling as driving this car would. They're all just a little bit clinical and samey. The German beast. The German rivals to the Mustang are all quite similar now. Like, very clinical, the gearbox is seamless. You wonder whether there are too many computers driving it.
They're also a lot more expensive.
Yeah, but no, I'm now talking about like a C220 coupe, C300 coupe.
But that's only a rival in terms of price, isn't it?
That's what you base it on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the C63 is 70 grand.
Yeah.
You can buy this and a Focus RS for that. Which isn't a bad two-car garage.
I can't think of another car which offers such a breadth of ability and the value for money as well.
Yeah. And a 5-litre V8.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that we're cruising around Monaco today. This was not what I'd intended. But when in Monaco, this is where I feel the Mustang magic is. Whilst it is a £40,000 cars and there are materials inside that maybe on some £40,000 cars you might not overlook and you might be, oh, this is a bit cheap. Like, there are things inside that are compromised because you're getting this incredible engine, you're getting this beautiful bodywork, and what Ford have engineered into this car, the 2018 one, is a massive improvement and a massive step up. Now, the magic, to me, comes driving around Monaco. I've been lucky enough to drive some of the craziest cars in Monaco, even passenger, some of the crazy cars in Monaco, and I'm driving around in a Mustang and I still feel as cool as driving an orange Hurricane. I still feel like there are enough people appreciating the car in a similar fashion to my Mercedes AMG GTS. And when we were in that convoy with the Performante and the Aventador SV, people were turning their heads at the Aventador and at the Performante, and I was watching and they were turning their heads at the Mustang as well. Granted, if we were in an all blacked out car, it might not have the same effect. They'd still hear the V8 rumble, which is just so phenomenal when it's bouncing off these walls. But I still believe that there is Mustang magic within this legend that makes you feel special and gives you that attachment to the car when you're driving it. That we're just cruising around in a car that costs pretty much exactly the same as, I don't know, a top spec Audi A4. We've literally just driven past the petrol station that had a McLaren 570S in there, but we are now sadly having to head back to the airport to hand the keys back to this car. It's been a really cool 24 hours. I think getting to grips with the new 2018 Mustang. There is enough change in this car. I didn't think there would be. I thought it was like a facelift, but they've really sort of improved and listened to the customer base that have owned them and improved this car. And if you're not a fan of the front, then I think it's one of those things that it grows on you when you have, when you see more of them on the road in different colours.
I think once you start seeing it in different angles as well, like I was watching it in the reflection of the shop windows, and it just looks so good.
Yeah, and I think that's got something to do with the colour as well.
Yeah.
The Mustang has been brilliant. It has been a full-on character as you would expect. and it is now time to say goodbye. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, maybe learned something about the Mustang. I love the fact that they've got a good neighbour mode that I did not think for 1 second I would use for that purpose. I just kept on finding excuses to use it in different moments when I wanted to hear a Lamborghini in front of me.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make this car quiet. Thank you for watching. Perfect timing. I will see you guys very soon.